Hello, this is Rodrigo Vega and here's my audition video for your Encore Summer program. I'm a 26-year-old professional actor from Madrid, Spain. I realized I wanted to become an actor when I was 6 years old, after watching the movies Matilda and Jumanji. Those were the first films that I saw that weren't cartoons. Suddenly, I realized that real people got to be in movies as well, and I got so invested in those people that I decided I wanted to become one of them and live different and interesting lives. Several years later, after I finished high school, I got accepted into Estudio Coraza para el Actor, one of Spain's finest acting schools. It was during my time there that I learned most of what I know about the craft, the technique, and I fell in love with the idea of working in front of a live audience, of exposing myself, of using myself, my memories, my emotion, my impulses, in order to tell a good story, a story that gets people invested. During my degree, I've also taken summer courses such as musical theatre at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama in London and acting at the Lee Strasberg Institute in New York. Besides, I also write and create my own work in order to perform as steady as I can and to gain credibility and visibility as an actor in the Spanish show business industry. So far, I've performed in one self-written short play and in one self-written and self-composed short musical. This musical was very successful and it encouraged me to transform it into a 90-minute musical, so I've spent the last year creating additional scenes and composing additional songs. I'm currently pitching my musical to different producers and well-established industry professionals here in Spain. And let me tell you that several people have told me that they feel my musical has a very American vibe, which doesn't surprise me at all because I'm heavily influenced by American musicals. I'm gonna sing to you a little tune of my musical. Hoy es el día, hoy voy a demostrar quién soy. Hoy es el día, nada va a detenerme hoy. Solo los nervios que espero no hagan acto de presencia. Okay, and last but not least, I have to say that I've chosen the American Academy of Dramatic Arts because it is considered to be one of the best in the world, and I consider it's important to challenge myself by achieving greater goals. Thank you very much. Coming next, the monologues. Hello, this is Rodrigo Vega, and I'm going to perform my first monologue. It's from the play A Bright Room Called Day by Tony Kushner. I'm going to play bass. Here I go. I went to Munich to kill myself. I'm very much afraid of them. I've always been. But these cops are much more frightening. Being alone with them in a room with a locked door is paralyzing. I kept looking at the carpet. I thought, well, they have a carpet. They won't do anything that will get blood on the carpet. But when the main one grabbed my face and slapped it, I started crying. I've always been terrified of pain. He then said to me, "Do you know what we are building in the woods outside of Munich?" I said, "No." He said, "A camp for people like you." I have a criminal record now, Agnes. I can't get out easily. So I decided to kill myself. I bought a revolver and 4 bullets. Extras. Which now I can't imagine why I thought I would need extras, but anyway. I wanted to be found by people who aren't particularly scared or upset by death. Nuns who care for the terminally ill. But then I thought that maybe killing myself in the midst of a bunch of nuns was a way more serious sin than doing it discreetly in a secular place. So I went to the park. And well, Agnes, I met this remarkably attractive young Silesian men. I was exhausted, and fatigue makes me really easy to arouse, so, well. And it wasn't until after my dear Silesian friend left that I realized that it had been nearly a week since my last orgasm. Too much pent-up energy. The result? Depression. Add that to the nightmare of these past few days. Suicide. But one brisk interlude with a pliable friend, and my desire to live returned to me in all its hot, tainted glory. Scene. Thanks for watching. Hello. Now I'm going to perform my second monologue. It's from the play The Star-Spangled Girl by Neil Simon. I'm going to play a male version of Sophie. Here I go. Hi, Mrs. Cornell. I'm glad you're home because there's something I really need to talk to you about. You see, I've been trying to be friendly, I've been trying to be cordial, and I've been trying to be nice. But I just don't know what it is you're trying to be. That first night I was really appreciative that you offered to carry my trunk up the stairs. The fact that it slipped and fell and smashed to pieces was not your fault. I didn't even mind the personal message you wrote on the stairs. I thought it was crazy, but sort of sweet. However, things have gone now too far, Mrs. Cornell. I cannot accept gifts from a woman I barely know, especially canned goods. And I read your little note. I could guess the gist of it, even though I don't speak Italian. This has got to stop, Mrs. Cornell. I can do very well without you leaving little chocolate almond bars in my mailbox. Yesterday they melted, and now I have 3 gooey letters from home with nuts in them. And let me tell you, I can do very well without you sneaking into my apartment after I go to work and deciding to paint my balcony. And, of course, I can do very well without you tying big bottles of eau de cologne to my cat's tail. The poor thing kept swishing it yesterday and nearly beats herself to death. And most of all, I can certainly do without you watching me get on the bus every day through that high-powered telescope. I got so nervous the other day I got into the wrong bus. So please, Mrs. Cornell, and I don't want to have to say this again, I've been trying to be friendly, I've been trying to be cordial, and I have been trying to be nice, but please, leave me alone! Scene. Thanks for watching.